Èyí tèmi nílé lóko lẹ́yìn òdì mo kára lé mo kérò ọ̀nà mo kọ́kùnrin mo kóbìnrin mo kọ́mọdé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo kí àgbàlagbà wípé ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí lórí ètò láwa ètò wa ètò yín ètò kan náà tí gbogbo wa mọ̀ sí ètò ìgbéyàwó. Let's talk traditional weddings and more with the Meettheroyals. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa kó tó di pé aṣọ òkun gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìṣe wa lórí ètò yìí ṣe é pé ẹ kájúbà ọba kọ́dá ayé ọba ṣẹ̀dá ọ̀run ọba lánàá ọba lẹ́ni ọba títí ayérayé kọrin kése ẹlẹ́bùrú ìkẹ́ ọba tó tó nípa tó kọ̀ tí ò pa ní tó ṣe pé ṣe ló ń pa ní mọ́ ọba tá a dágbére fún lọ́sẹ̀ tó kọjá pé à ń lọ kábọ̀ tó jẹ́ kó tún jú ṣe fún èmi àti yín láti wá síbí báyìí lẹ́ni láyọ̀ àti àlàáfíà. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ òjò ló mà ti rọ̀ tílẹ̀ ti fi mọ̀ kì í ṣe nípa ipá bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kì í ṣe nípa agbára ó wu Ọlọ́run nínú ọlá ńlá ẹ̀ òun ló dá èmi àti yín sí láti tún rọ́jọ́ òní kábíyèsí lódùmarè adúpẹ́ ayé lógo bàbá ẹgbọ́pẹ́ kẹgbà yín wa ó tún fàtìpé náà dúpẹ́ ló gbogbo àwọn èèyàn àwọn ẹni bí ẹni àwọn èèyàn bí èèyàn àwọn èjìká tí wọ́n jẹ́ kẹ́wò jábọ́ tí wọ́n wà lórí ètò yìí tí wọ́n ti ń kí wa lọ́tún lósì ẹ ṣé wẹ́kú gbogbo gbà. Mo tún fàtìpé náà dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn agbátẹrù ètò yìí àwọn iléeṣẹ́ chorus jewels and laces iléeṣẹ́ tó tó gbọgbá sùn lọ́yẹ́ níbi tí wọ́n ti ń taṣọ ìyàwó ti yá ìyàwó lẹ́fẹ́ ni ti bàbá ìyàwó lẹ́fẹ́ ni aṣọ ọkùnrin lẹ́fẹ́ tóbìnrin tọmọdé tàgbà ó wà ní iléeṣẹ́ chorus jewels kódà wọ́n tún ta ìgbà owó àti tọrùn iléeṣẹ́ chorus jewels and laces ẹ ṣeun iléeṣẹ́ yóò ní jóná olùkọ́ lọ́wọ́ iléeṣẹ́ Lizelle Fabrics all the way from Dallas Texas iléeṣẹ́ Lizelle Fabrics ẹ ṣeun iléeṣẹ́ yóò ní jóná iléeṣẹ́ Royal Vogue níbi táwọn náà ti ń taṣọ tí wọ́n ti rán sílẹ̀ ready to wear by Royal Vogue ẹ ṣeun iléeṣẹ́ yóò ní jóná iléeṣẹ́ Celebration International Magazine níbi tí wọ́n ti ń ta oríṣiríṣi tí wọ́n ti ń ṣe oríṣiríṣi àwòrán nínú ẹ̀rọ magazine bí ẹ fẹ́ kí event yín wà lórí magazine ẹ kàn sí iléeṣẹ́ Celebration International Magazine by Babs kódà wọ́n tún máa ń báyàn ṣe àwòrán tó máa wá síbi ayẹyẹ yín tó máa bá yín yàwòrán iléeṣẹ́ Celebration International Magazine ẹ ṣeun ṣeun ẹ kú gbogbo gbà iléeṣẹ́ First Rate Global ní Ṣàgámù níbi tí wọ́n ti kalẹ̀ sí nílùú Rẹ́mọ lógùn state tí wọ́n ti báyàn ralẹ̀ kọ́lé kì í ṣàwọn ilé tó máa kọ́ tán tó máa wá padà gbé katapila wa máa wúlé wa kọ́lọ́run kó ṣàánú fún wa ẹ kàn sí iléeṣẹ́ First Rate Global ní Ṣàgámù ní Rẹ́mọ iléeṣẹ́ First Rate Global iléeṣẹ́ yóò ní jóná wọ́n yá máa rò kéwù gbogbo ẹni bí ẹni èèyàn béèyàn tẹ́tí ń kí wa lórí ètò yìí ẹ ṣeun ṣeun ètò ìgbéyàwó la wà season 20 episode 6 it is the address season ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa tẹ́ni tèkí sàǹtà àtàwọn ní Yorùbá ẹ jẹ́ ká gbàṣà wa aṣọ wa ìwà wa èdè wa ẹ jẹ́ ká gbé lárugẹ àmọ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bó ṣe jẹ́ pé ìlú òyìnbó la wà káàtì láwọn tí wọn kì í ṣalá elédè yìí tí wọ́n ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa nínú ètò yìí lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan ẹ mọ̀ gbọ́ tí mo ṣe ìbò bí ọlọ́pẹ́ rẹ̀ kì í ṣe pé bí apá fọwọ́ sí júwe ilé bàbá wa Olúwabùnmi lèmi ń jẹ́ aya Òṣìbẹ̀rù tí gbogbo ayé mọ̀ sí Bùnmi Meettheroyals alága ìdúró alága ìjókòó MC makeup artist olóòtú ètò ìgbéyàwó with Godly Swagger. I'm also the author of the book The Evolution of Nigerian Traditional Weddings, Past, Present and Future. And talking about that, my people, there's good news. I've got good news for us. Good news, good news, good news, good news, good news. This is good news coming from us this evening. If you are yet to grab a copy of this book, this is an opportunity for you to do so because some people, they read the book, they were so impressed, and they called us and they said they want us to make the book cheaper and more available for people to access, and they subsidized it, meaning that the price has now reduced from $24.99 on Amazon. If you order it on Amazon before, it was $24.99 to have the paper copy before they post it to you. But good news is now $9.99 on Amazon. You know, and the Kindle one used to be $14.99. Now on Amazon it's $4.99. These people, they subsidized it. They said they want it to be more available on us, so they paid us some money so that we can produce more in mass production. So it's a good news. Also, we are in the process of making a mass production of this book on in print in Nigeria, so that it can be available to people for cheaper prices. So people, you have no excuse. If you have not read this book, please make sure you do so. And this book is a good gift for people that are just getting married, because a lot of our young people that are getting married, they have no understanding. Kò yé wọn ṣe, kò yé wọn ṣàrí pé wọn raṣọ ẹbí, wọn kọ́ ṣáà ti practice choreography, kọ́ ti jó the latest town, kọ́ ti ṣe bùgá. That's all they know. They don't understand. So please, people, it's an opportunity. And this book is not just on Amazon. We have it on about 17 book platforms. 17. I'm going to post it later to tell us the 17 platforms where we can get this book. So if you want this book, it's not just on Amazon Prime. It's on so many other book platforms. it's on Scribe, it's on Kobo, it's on Barnes and Noble, it's on Odilo, it's on Angus and Robertson, it's on different ones. But if you put the topic on Google, it's going to bring all the platforms where you can get it. Imagine the Kindle is now $4.99. Hey, ẹjọ iléeṣẹ́ tí wọ́n bá wa fi ọwọ́ gbègbè ẹ bá mi ṣàdúrà fún wọn. God bless you. Also, it's in many libraries in Nigeria. University of Ibadan Library. You can find it at Traditional University Library. We are trying to get it to as many libraries as possible, and also we are trying to get it to as many royal palaces as possible. Thank you so much, everybody. The Evolution of Nigerian Traditional Wedding. Please, if you're here to get a copy, get one. If you're not like that, you're looking for a gift to gift your couples, this is a good one. God bless you. Ká má bọ́pọ̀ lọ lérò lẹ́yìn ẹ jẹ́ ká sáré lọ sórí ètò wa ọjọ́ náà ń pẹ́ pápápá àròjọ́ mùsùlùkùn. What have we come here to talk about tonight? Very important, very, 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 very important. You know, as usual, is a very important and interesting topic. So tonight we're going to go straight to our topic. But before we do that, you know how we do it now. Hey, the way we do it is the way we're going to do it now. And you all know that that's my favorite part. The favorite part of it is the way I dance, and forget your sorrow. Okay, let me bring up the music so we can treat our topic for tonight. And God bless you, everyone. Gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n kí wa, gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n gbóríyìn fún wa, kódà èrò ti pọ̀ lórí ètò ẹ ṣeun ìyàwó bàbá. Hey, my midday, lórúkọ Jésù. I will soon celebrate you, my darling. Thank you so much. Mommy Tonya Shamu, Pocket Pat, Pebbles and Coco. Mommy Joanna, look, one nice outfit. Thank you, my Yahoo Baba. One share. God bless you. AK Money, thank you for joining. Mommy, traditionally, thank you. Ayala, thank you so much. Esteem Awards, thank you so much. A lot of people are on here. Please, if I miss your name, pardon me because it has scrolled up. I can't see. Basira, thank you. I'm trying to read as many names as possible. Becky Ewaremo. Thank you so much, my sister, for joining. Okay, let's bring up the music for tonight's topic. Tonight's topic is so important, something we grew up with, and we just want to have a conversation about it, and God will bless us as we do that. Thank you. Let's start from me. Hey. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the area special. Hey, oh yeah, let's go there. Yeah. Mommy Joanna, look for thank you, ma'am. Oh, thank you, traditionally. Oh yeah, let's go to God bless you, man. Pebbles and cocoa. All right. Let's put all the post people. That's actually from our father, the living legend, our father, Evangelist Ebenezer Obey. As I said, Kemi Ola Ogunsa, Ketubo Pefunwa, Kosori Tefeti and Ibalodo Babawa. Thank you so much, everybody that have been celebrating and appreciating us. We appreciate you so much. And I was just going to say, my younger brother, one of my baby brothers, his birthday is today. I have a lot of May celebrants. Thank you so much, everybody. And please, I would like you to please celebrate my brother with me, and also to celebrate the amazing Kemosik. It was a birthday during the week. One of the die-hard fans of this show. Say, Kemosik, we celebrate you. May you live long, many more peaceful peaceful, in everything that you do. May your life be peaceful in Jesus' name. Happy birthday in Aria says. Please, ladies and gentlemen, celebrate Kemosik, and also have my beautiful sister, Dapo. She's that Perufi. She's one of the die-hard fans of this show as well. It was her birthday during the week. So those of you that celebrated your birthday, and my baby brother, the youngest one, his birthday is today. And my immediate younger brother was 1st of May. My husband is 1st of May. We have a lot of May celebrants. My baby is also May. My Enyoluwanimi, Queen Enyoluwanimi is also May. So I have a lot of May celebrants. So congratulations to all the celebrants on the show. God bless you. Kemosik, we really celebrate you. God bless you. Thank you for always being here. I didn't want to forget that, so I had to quickly say that. Now let's go to our topic. Thank you those that are wishing my people happy birthday. God bless you. The Lord will celebrate you. Kashe komo kasho joy bi irú èyí là ń fẹ́, irú èyí là ń fẹ́. Kashe komo kashe ìgbéyàwó irú kan la máa ṣe lórí ètò yìí ni a ní dúró ṣẹ́jú kan fúnra wa lọ́la Ọlọ́run. Now let's go to today's topic, ladies and gentlemen. You heard that song. Orin yẹn sọ wípé ẹ̀dá tó mọṣẹ́ òkùnkùn ó dákun máa máa dóṣùpá lóró. Torí ẹni la rí o, yàrá bí ló mọ̀la. Ó ṣe afẹ́fẹ́ láyé, ó ṣe bìrìbìrì láyé. In other words, orin tí àwọn bàbá wa ń gbìyànjú láti sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wípé èní la rí, ọba òkè nìkan ló mọ̀la. Káfò ní ṣe dáadáa nítorí wípé èní la rí o, kò sẹ́dá tó mọ̀la, Ọlọ́run nìkan ló mọ̀la. But having said that, what's our topic for today? Our topic for today is talking about the advantages and disadvantages of distant relatives living with married couples. Now we're going to go from the extended families, let me put it that way. But before we go, we know that our culture, our tradition is different from Oyibo culture, Oyibo tradition. But I will first of all want us to talk about when we're talking about distant relatives, who are distant relatives? And we can refer to them as distant relatives. Who are the people that you refer to as distant relatives or extended family? And we will an extended family. So if you have an idea of who an extended family is, who can we refer to as an extended family? Let's mention them. How do we describe somebody who is an extended family or who is a distant relative to us? Torí ìbéèrè tàbí ní wípé ṣó lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ kéèyàn gba àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n jẹ́ ẹbí tí wọ́n kì í ṣe immediate family. Ẹjọ̀ báwo ló ṣe ń sọ immediate family ní Yorùbá àbí extended family lóyìnbó? I don't even know. I'm sure we know what we are talking about. So is it okay? What are the advantages and disadvantages of allowing them to live with us as married couple or live with married couples? Ìbéèrè àkọ́kọ́ tí a máa kọ́kọ́ béèrè lénìí nìyẹn. So please, if you know how I can describe somebody who I can refer to as an extended family or a distant relative. Somebody said the nuclear family is your immediate family. Yeah, your immediate family, which we can call the father, mother, and their children. Thank you so much, Mide. Nuclear family is your immediate family, which means we're talking about father, mother, and their children. So anything outside that has become what? It has become it it has become anyways, that means anything outside father, mother, and their children, then it has become extended family. Somebody said it depends. Traditionally says some people are not blood but are so close. That's another way to look at it. Extended family means anything or anyone outside father, mother, and their children. Anything that is different from nuclear family is what we call the extended family or distant relatives. Now, we have been able to establish who we can refer to them. Can we mention how do we refer to them? Okay, we know that father, mother, and children are the immediate family. Okay, I want to pè ní extended family. What? How do we refer to them? Ọmọ lẹ́gbọ̀n lábúrò, ọmọ ẹ̀gbọ́n, ọmọ ọbàkan or something. How do we refer to them? Can we mention? I just want us to establish this fact before we move on. So, who are extended family? We've established a brother-in-law is a good example of an extended family. Okay, a B. Who are these people? How do we refer to them? So maybe I should give you a clue, like cousins. Yes, thank you. Cousins, whether first, second, third cousin or whatever cousins. You can call them cousins, nieces, nephews. Thank you so much. Somebody said brother-in-law. I can categorically say that is also an extended family. Step siblings, I don't know if that's accepted as extended family. We can also call grandparents as somehow, because once you're married you now have your own family, your grandparents become an extended family, so to speak, just as extended family. So please, ladies and gentlemen, please let's talk about this. Thank you so much for those that are just joining us. God bless you. Sumbostic Alaja Sumbo, thank you so much for joining. Bashira, thank you. Traditionally, thank you. Esther Alaga, oh, thank you so much for joining us, sis. God bless you. Now, for those that are just joining us tonight, we are treating this to episode season 20, episode 6 of Eto IGBEYAWO, and the topic we have on ground is the advantages and disadvantages of allowing the extended family to live with you as married couple, or you living with a married couple as an extended family. Now we've been able to establish who extended families are. We said the extended families are anyone outside the nuclear family, which means apart from the wife, the husband, and their children, anybody else that is related to them, blood related to them, is called an extended or distant family. And that's what we're looking at tonight. So please, people, I want to ask us, first of all, can you allow extended family to live with you as married couples? Let's take it on from there. Can you allow extended family members to live with you as married couple? For example, I'm married, my husband and I with my children. Can I allow extended family members to live with me? Now, be sincere. Answer that question first. Or can you allow your children to live with extended family members? Now, let's take it on from there first. Thank you for joining me, bros. God bless you. Okay, people. Sometimes we leave this thing till too late. We only have you see, time is fast spent. Time man tètè lọ. Mo ló ti pé tó bá ti ń sọ̀rọ̀, àwọn èèyàn kì í tètè dáhùn. Tó bá ti wá di towards the end, láti fẹ́ kó gbá ètò yìí lẹ̀. Àwọn èèyàn máa sọ oríṣiríṣi. I want you to please let us know, because this thing is actually part of our culture and our tradition. If you want to look at it, ní ìgbà tí à ń dàgbà, ta kéré, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìgbà ọmọ ẹ̀gbọ́n gbé lọ́dọ̀ àbúrò ìyá ẹ̀, à ń gbé lọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n ìyá wa. It was very common. But listen, ayé ti dayọ̀ làjú, báyé bá dẹ̀ ṣe ń yí náà ní ká máa bá wọn yí. But at the same time, let's talk about these things. Can you? I don't know why everybody's thinking, everybody's quiet. You might be a real question being on me online. No. Why should you be asking me that kind of question? Well, can you allow, or should I say, okay, let me put it this way. Maybe people are trying not to be personal, because you never know who's going to grab this video and watch it and be like, now, Facebook people, if you are there, please talk to me. Thank you. I can see some people, security, thank you so much. Bukayo Adekoya, thank you. Bukayo Adekoya Shopowale, thank you. Mommy Joanna Luko, thank you so much. Auntie Wande Olajide, thank you so much. Olori Jayoba, thank you for joining us. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí. Please, my YouTube people, if you are there, if you don't comment, I will not know you are there. Say something so that I can acknowledge you and appreciate you. Orí ìkànnì mẹ́ta Latin dún lálẹ́ yìí. A wà lórí ẹ̀rọ Facebook, a wà lórí Instagram, a dẹ̀ wà lórí YouTube. So it's about convenient fún yín ni ètò ìgbéyàwó lọ́nà mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta yìí lẹ́tì lè rí wa. Now, for those that just joined us, we're talking about the advantages and disadvantages of distant relatives living with married couples. We've asked ourselves, who are distant relatives? And tó bá ti yàtọ̀ sí ọkọ ìyàwó àtàwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n bí, wọ́n ti di distant relative nìyẹn. Àwọn ilé ti dárúkọ cousins, nephews, nieces, and all of that. Now, we want to talk about this. Can you allow distant relatives to live with you? If yes, why? If no, why? Can you allow your children to live with distant relatives? Kí làwọn ìdí tí àwọn èèyàn fi máa ń di pé agbẹ́jà ń gbé lọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n ọmọ ẹ̀gbọ́n ń gbé lọ́dọ̀ ọmọ àbúrò gbogbo àwọn kọta fẹsẹ̀ láyé ìyẹn bọ́ tí a bá tètè dáhùn àwọn ìbéèrè yìí gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe ń sọ ó máa jẹ́ kí time wa kó wà constraint. We won't be able to talk much about it, and I really want to talk about it. And I remember that a ṣe ní abala kí ni kí n ṣe èèyàn kan ní no wípé not advisable. Wọ́n ìdí ni wípé ó máa ń bring the trouble. It is well. Okay, that's coming from Auntie Wande Olajide. She only just joined us and she's already saying something. What happened to all of us that have been on the show from the beginning? Please, let's talk. What are the things? I mean, I did ask if you think that question is personal, I will actually omit it because sometimes people don't want to respond to some questions if they are too personal or too sensitive. Somebody said no. Somebody said categorically, I wouldn't want to live with the family extended. I wouldn't want the extended family to live with me, and also I wouldn't want my children to live with the extended family because they bring problem. They bring wahala. Okay. Ṣé nǹkan tí a wá ń gbìyànjú láti sọ ní wípé ǹjẹ́ àǹfààní kankan tiẹ̀ wà rárá nínú pé kéèyàn gbà kí mọ̀lẹ́bí bá wọn gbé gẹ́gẹ́ bí lọ́kọláya? Do we have any advantages? Do we have any advantages on this? Is there any advantage? Is there any already ti Israel jáde on this issue of somebody is living with me? Like somebody has rightly said, oh man, bring the problem around. But okay, now where is everybody? Everybody is too quiet here. Where is everybody? Please let me know if you can hear me. It feels like nobody is hearing me. If I don't hear response, then it makes me feel like nobody is hearing me. Okay, if you can hear me, can I have a thumbs up? Remember that you can also call me on this show as well, and that's my favorite bit. If you can call me on this show to tell me your contribution, or if you're busy or you can't call, you don't want to call, you can leave me a voice note on +44 7828 500 938. Ó máa ń dá tí èèyàn bá lè pè wọlé àbíkẹ́ kí wọ́n ṣàlàyé sórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ tó máa ń pè ní voice note lórí WhatsApp +44 7828 500 938 +44 7828 500 938. Thank you so much, Mide. Thank you, traditionally. Thank you, Akisanya. Thank you, Auntie, for confirming that you can hear. Now, let me read what somebody said. Somebody said it's important for the couples to have a thorough conversation. Okay, let's hear this. Hello, ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí. Ẹ káàbọ̀ ṣàjọbọlẹ tí ń pè wá àtúrúkọ yín sà. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí sà.
Lórí nǹkan tẹ́ tó gbé wá ní ìrọ̀lẹ́.
Yes sir.
Èmi rí pé èmi ò mọ nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ extended family or nuclear family. Family is family. Bó bá ṣe gbé lẹ ṣe máa enjoy rẹ̀. There is nothing wrong with extended family. Àwọn extended family mi wà tó yẹ pé tẹ́ bá relate dáadáa. In short, ó dájú èyí tẹ́ ń pè ní nuclear family tó jẹ́ ìyá bàbá. You cannot restrict yourself to your own family alone. There is nothing bad about the extended family. Olú àwa ẹ̀ nísìnyí àwa gbé pẹ̀lú àwọn extended family. I dey enjoy wọn. Ilé lẹ́yìn, the cordiality is there. The love is there. You know, and it's just a big family. Ẹ máa wo àwọn family mi wà nísìnyí. If you just mention their name, anywhere, somebody all over the world, people know them because they are so big family. And that name, they keep on carrying the name, and the name is bringing fortune for them. So, what I really think, no matter not issue of extended or nuclear family. No, I personally, I enjoy extended family, and I think it's a very good one. There's nothing bad if your relatives or extended family live with you. Treat them the way you treat your own immediate family. That is what matters. The love of it is what matters. Because in the future, our extended family will not only that, so important is only
thank you so much, sir. God bless you. God bless you, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's a very, very tangible point. But before I go on to that, let me quickly read this message before it scrolls up. Traditionally said, it's important for the couple to have a thorough conversation about who is going to stay. Boundaries needs to be set, and the couple needs to keep their relationship private, not discussing. Let me pick another call is coming in. Thank you so much. Hello, Ekroleo. Hello, Ekroleo. Káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí o.
Yeah, I call them.
Yes, ma.
Thank
you, ma. Yes, ma. Káàbọ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ bá wa dárúkọ yín àti ibi tẹ́ ti ń pè wá, ma.
Yeah.
Hello? Hello?
À
ń gbọ́ yín báyìí.
Yeah.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Okay. Orúkọ wa ni Fọlá láti Nàìjíríà. The extended family.
Yes, ma. Yes, ma.
Yorùbá Ìjẹ̀bú Yorùbá oko ìjẹ̀sìgbà tọmọ kó má
náírà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Torí pé òsì bó ṣe lè rí. Although everybody is family, but ọmọ ẹ̀gbọ́n ọmọ àbúrò sì yàtọ̀. Ẹ bá dàgbà darúgbó kí ọmọ ẹ̀gbọ́n tó wá jókòó sí ní kó máa gbé kó máa fà ọ̀nà ẹ̀jìn. Nínú ìtẹ́ ẹ bá tọ̀ gan, tẹ́ ẹ mú mọ́ ọ̀rẹ́ atẹ́ ẹ pẹ́ dàgbà gan. Ó jẹ́ pé wọ́n mú ìgbọ́tẹ̀ lọ gbéyàwó wọ́n mú wá bá mú wá sílé ọkọ ẹ tọ́jú ẹran nílé ìwé ẹ̀jẹ̀. Ó tó lè wá káwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ tó lè wá ọmọ téèyàn bá bí. So the ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀sán kọ́kọ́ lẹ́ẹ̀kan pé in-law extended no ọkọ ọmọ èèyàn ìyàwó ọmọ èèyàn their immediate family also. So àwọn àna yìí ni wọn kì í ní extended wà lóòótọ́ bọ̀ ọlọ́run tó fún gbogbo wa ní ọmọ rere ọmọ aláìbáríkà ni bọ̀ tó bá dá sáwọn ọmọ tẹ bí àwọn immediate ilẹ̀ náà rí láti sọ I always tell people. Treat your immediate family good. Treat yourself good first because extended family wọn ní bá yín dá sí o. Àwa la mọ̀ tá a ṣe lórí ìyá wa lórí bàbá wa extended family wọ́n wà lára àǹdí bẹ́ẹ̀ gan they will not come. So èèyàn bá immediate family sí èèyàn òun ni èèyàn. So there is different in it. There is extended. Ẹni tí àbá bí sọmọ ìyá yín ọmọ bàbá yín náà ti di extended. They are all still family, but they are still extended.
Ẹ ṣé ma.
Ẹ
ṣé gan ni ma. Àmì Ọlọ́run àmì. Ẹ ṣé gan ma. Ẹ ṣé gan ma. A máa rí yín bá. God bless you ma. Thank you so much ma. Thank you. Òun láti gbọ́ yìí. Yorùbá bọ̀ wọ́n ní ètò kọjú sẹ́nìkan. Wọ́n ní ẹ̀yìn ló kọ sẹ́lòmíì. Everybody is talking based on their experience. Àwọn dáàdì tí wọ́n kọ́kọ́ wà wọlé lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn. Wọ́n ní níta àwọn gbé lọ́dọ̀ èèyàn dáadáa. Àwọn dẹ̀ enjoy àwọn ọ̀dẹ̀ kábàámọ̀ páwọn gbé ń bẹ̀ àwọn ọ̀nà níbi láti kábàámọ̀ páwọn gbé ń bẹ̀ ipe even up till now they still have good relationship ipe kódà àwọn ọmọ àwọn àbí àwọn ọmọ ẹlòmíì àwọn ò mind kí wọ́n gbé lọ́dọ̀ àwọn míì tí wọ́n pè wọlé ń sìn àwọn tó sọ̀rọ̀ from another angle wípé sometimes they cannot be there's nothing like your immediate family that sometimes the extended family will actually leave you or go away when you need them most. Well, nígbà míì Ọlọ́run là ń ṣe nǹkan fún somebody like the comment I was reading from traditionally now for you to allow extended family to live with you what are the things to consider àwọn nǹkan tó máa ń fa wàhálà tó máa fi ń dàbí pé why is it that extended family cannot live with us tó máa ń fa wàhálà láàrin lọ́kọ-láyà because we're talking about the advantages and the disadvantages now one of the disadvantages that that I see is that ó máa ń cause wàhálà láàrin lọ́kọ-láyà. Kí ló máa ń fà? Òun ni wọ́n ti sọ síbí báyìí. Arábìnrin the traditional one, it's important for the couple to have a thorough conversation about who is going or to stay. Boundaries needs to be set, and the couple need to keep their relationship private, not discussing their stuff in the presence of the person. Now, one of the things that is causing trouble could be because lack of privacy. You need to actually consider where you are. Lack of privacy, and you're only more. Then the person that comes to live with you as well, maybe anyone Joe, ìgbéyàwó náà máa lọ ń sọ́ńtà. That's one of the disadvantages. Then also another thing that this woman said that I really focus on is the fact that you have to discuss it thoroughly. Make sure that you are ready for it. Back in the days, I personally, I am blessed to have beautiful extended families. So the 3rd, 4th, 5th cousins, we were close, and I know that that's how most of us grew up. Most of us were like that back in the days in Nigeria. Cousin, we were so close, you know. And I live with people very much. In fact, and I'm telling you, I don't have any reason to regret. Although sometimes people will say, I didn't see anything wrong in it, you know. And I remember somebody even telling my mom that I didn't see anything wrong in it. But sometimes as well, the way people will treat their own children will be different from the way they will treat. Now, the advantages and disadvantages is both ways. Comments come. It's both ways. The advantages could be for the from the family that you are living with, the couple themselves could be the problem, you know. Now, talking about the couple being the problem, what could be the problem from the people that you are living with? And what could be the problem for the people that are living with you? Èèyàn tó yàn gbé lọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀, àtẹni tí èèyàn bá gbé, irú àwọn àǹfààní wo lèèyàn lè jẹ lára ìkọ̀kan nínú. I don't know if you understand. For example, bóyá èèyàn gbé lọ́dọ̀ mi, ọ̀nà wo ni mo lè gbé fi ṣàǹfààní àbí ṣe jàǹbá fún ẹni yẹn? Tí èmi bá rán ọmọ lọ gbé lọ́dọ̀ èèyàn, ọ̀nà wo ni wọ́n lè gbà fi ṣe jàǹbá àbí àǹfààní fún ọmọ mi? Now, let me read some comments. Here. Yeah, thank you. Bukidishon said, most times they act as CCTV to other family members that don't even know about your personal issues. So I will say no. Okay. Wọ́n ní pé torí pé gbogbo tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú ìdílé yẹn ni wọ́n máa ń gbé jáde. Nítorí ni àwọn ṣe believe pé kọ́nìkálukú gbé láyé rẹ̀. Ma'am, have you experienced it before? You're just imagining. As people live with you before, Bukilicious, or you're just imagining? She wants to be another. Have you always been like with that opinion, or was your finger beating at one point? I don't know about geje lomansa. It doesn't really matter. Just that sometimes boundary needs to be observed. That's coming from thank you. Somebody said, I'm loving this jewelry set. It looks very Thank you so much, sis. So now let's talk from the perspective of ọ̀nà wo ni ẹni tí èèyàn ń gbé lọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀ fi lè ṣe jàǹbá fún ẹni tó ń gbé lọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀ àbí ló fi lè ṣàǹfààní fún ẹni tí ó ń gbé lọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀, àti wípé ọ̀nà wo náà lẹni tó wá gbé lọ́dọ̀ èèyàn apart from pé wọ́n ṣe CCTV nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú ẹbí wọn lọ ń sọ níta, kí làwọn àǹfààní wọ́dọ̀ láǹfààní kọ̀ọ̀kan náà tí èèyàn ń ṣe. Ǹjẹ́ ara àwọn tó ti gbé lọ́dọ̀ èèyàn tẹ́ pé you are so glad that they live with you. I'm telling you, when I was young, I'm not even being funny now. It got to a point I'm like, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? I lived with so many people, and up to today, I don't have any reason to regret. In fact, I live with so many of my aunties that you know, they were actually they almost fighting. You know, what could make a child to be like that? You know, if not as me, and some people, please, I don't want to be the one talking on this show. Kini àǹfààní àti what should I call it? Ewu tó wà nínú pé kí èèyàn gbàyàn sọ́dọ̀. We've been talking about CCTV alone. There's so many things. Àwọn àǹfààní wo ló wà nínú pé kí èèyàn gbàyàn sọ́dọ̀. Àwọn dáadé tí wọ́n pè wá wọlé lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn, àwọn ní pé àwọn ní good relationship pẹ̀lú àwọn táwọn gbé lọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀, àwọn dẹ̀ enjoy wọn. Okay, let's talk about the àǹfààní tó wà nínú pé kí èèyàn gbé lọ́dọ̀ èèyàn. Àbí kẹ́ pé kí èèyàn àbí kẹ́ pé kí èèyàn jẹ́ kọ́mọ òun gbé lọ́dọ̀ èèyàn kí ló máa ń fà á tó máa ń di wípé ẹbí kan máa wá gbé lọ́dọ̀ ẹnì kan pé ẹ lọ gbé lọ́dọ̀ lágbájá kí ni nǹkan tó máa ń fà á kí ló lè fà á sí ìmọ̀ àti pé lọ gbé lọ́dọ̀ lágbájá. You know, why can't I train my own children? Let's talk about that. Why can't my children live with me all through? Kí ni nǹkan tó máa ń fà á? Are we quiet tonight? I don't want to be the only one talking. Please, let's talk. Somebody said nowadays the best is to just stay in your lane and mind your nuclear family. Some family members they're just too terrible and devilish. Also, ṣe ni láàánú wípé ayé ti dorí kodò kò dàbí ti ìgbà kan mọ́ òun náà ni wọ́n ti sọ yìí. I love the word nowadays. I love the word nowadays. Kò rí bó ṣe rí láyé ìgbà yẹn mọ́ o. Lóòótọ́ láyé ìgbà yẹn àwọn kan náà ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nígbà yẹn tó jẹ́ wípé nítorí pé kò sí ẹ̀rọ ayélujára dára, there were no internet, there was no way that people would express themselves, so some things were done and nobody knows about it. But nowadays, in this day, you can use the internet, you can voice out and people will not judge you. Arabic immigration, it has happened to me, okay, numerous times. I didn't want to judge the first time and allow the second, the third, and so on. Most people are miserable, honestly, and they can also cause big fights between you and probably, I think she wanted to write, your spouse. That's another thing. People that come to your house and they're not even considerate, they're just, selfish, self-centered. They're not thinking about this person. I have actually allowed people to live with me before. Now, let's talk about ìdí tí èèyàn fi máa lọ ń gbé lọ́dọ̀ èèyàn. A lot of reasons ni èèyàn fi máa ń gbé lọ́dọ̀ èèyàn. And I will kickstart the parents that you once had a very good relationship with. They can cause problem with big fight between you and the parent that you once had a very good. That's true. Nígbà míì tó bá gbàyàn sílé, ọmọ tó gbà sílé, she can go and start saying things to their parents that could cause trouble between you and the parent. That's very true. Back in the days when I was young, I didn't have any reason to go and report to my parent. Whatever happened to me there, I would stay there. But nowadays, now look at this. Somebody says some send their children to live with other family members, maybe to learn a trade or to learn a trade or skill. Some don't have the opportunity to raise their children. Maybe they don't have enough. Some will send them because of financial constraints. During my own time, I don't even know what happened. I don't know what happened. I just found myself living with so many people. And as I said, all these aunties were fighting. There's nobody that I lived where I wanted me to live. And it's not because my parents couldn't raise me. Every of my siblings were leaving my parents. In fact, funny enough, 95% of people that I live with were within the same town. So it's not as if somebody said it's always people that come from Nigeria. But it's always people that come from Nigeria. I want you to expatiate on that, darling. Now, reasons why people live with people with different of maybe the parents of the so-called child are diseased. Another thing, maybe financially they couldn't cope, maybe health-wise they couldn't cope, maybe what's it called now? Maybe they are late. Sometimes that's why you see people living with people. Somebody says it's a blessing to have extended family that truly care and love one another. That's another thing. For you to be able to trust your child with an extended family, it has to be an extended family that you're together, that you love and everything. And I would also say that another reason why people live with other people is just because for pure love. Like I remember my sister, my biggest sister, because my eldest sister is almost 70. I remember they came home on holiday one of these days, and they live in Ilorin. Back in those days, we used to put our clothes inside Oki biscuits box. I had to pack all my clothes. I put inside Oki biscuits box. I want to follow you to Ilorin. I want to follow you to Ilorin. That kind of thing. So sometimes it's out of pure love, because back in the days, the family were so much together. The family were closely knitted. The evil that we are hearing nowadays were not so common. No, don't get me wrong. They were around those days, but they were not so common those days. And I remember I followed my aunt, my sis, my biggest sister to Ilorin. I will call her mommy because she's almost 70. So I followed her to Ilorin just without any prior plan. That was how good, things were those days. But nowadays, things are totally different. Then people live with people out of pure love, out of trust, out of maybe I can't afford to raise this child. I said, "Jeko wa gbe lodo mi ko ma lọ sí school. Ran ọmọdé yìí ní school. Àmọ́ ní pé ẹ ṣe àbí pé àwọn òbí ọmọ yẹn ti ṣaláìsí." Those are the reasons we allow people to live with us back in this. And I used to have an uncle, and I would actually mention his name on this show, Reverend Ogunbola. His name is Reverend Mike Kola Ogunbola. It's my daddy's younger brother. I want to use this opportunity to appreciate that man. Back in the days, every extended family, we used to just pack and go to his house unannounced. You know, his wife, that woman is such an amazing woman. I'm using the opportunity to also celebrate that woman. Up to today, if I'm in the position to do anything for that woman, I would do it, because I cannot imagine myself. Google extended family, I come out turn up. These days, you can't just turn up in people's houses without telling them that you're coming. So, see, the great old days, thank you, the good old days. Like somebody said, the ball and what joy and gone are the days. I used to just turn up at my uncle's house. I would Reverend Michael Kolawole Ogunbola. Yes, he was a great man. He would never complain. He would never say, "Kilo wa, the wife." Now I'm beginning to wonder within myself, the wife, that woman, we would just turn up. We wouldn't even ask. And my uncle was a Professor Solomon Oluka Odefagade. I mentioned his name on this show as well. He was a professor in the University of Ibadan. Àwa gbé lọ́dọ̀ wọn, àtúkọ́ àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ wa wá, àtúgbé lọ́dọ̀ wọn. Adé máa jẹ àmàmà mu, wọn take advantage wa, wọn lè wá bí omi òjò, àwọn ọmọ wọn complain. But ayé ti yàtọ̀. Things are different, you know. When I was in UI, I used to live in their house more than I live in my hostel, even after I finished. My auntie as well, Mrs. Tayo, she was the one that taught me how to be a lager. I lived in her house. I didn't have anything to worry about. Mama T, everyone, I lived with so many people. But back in the days, things were different. There was love, there was unity, there was oneness. Àwọn tá ń gbé lọ́dọ̀ wọn nígbà yẹn, alẹ́kọ̀ọ́, àgbẹ̀kọ́, lọ síbẹ̀ láti lọ dalé wọn rú. Kò ṣe tó mama bá wa sọ A, tá mama sọ B. We didn't see whatever they are doing to us as bad. Before I remember those days, before that my uncle, before I wake up, his children are already awake. Mama struggle. But nowadays, let's talk about nowadays. The difference between then and now. People living with extended family, the difference between then and now. What could possibly go wrong? Do we still have family like that nowadays? Nowadays, we hear people talk about lomo bi omi ojo. Wọ́n fọmọ lọ́mọ ṣọmọdọ̀. Wọ́n fọmọ lọ́mọ kẹ́tì wọn. Àwọn míì wà, wọ́n tún máa abuse àwọn yẹn, wọ́n abuse àwọn yẹn physically, mentally, sexually, emotionally. You know, these are the reasons why people are now saying, it is somebody, only 1 in a million, even during my own days as well. It's true. We have some people that have very nasty experiences. I have one of my aunties here in the UK. She was my teacher. She was just my teacher. I lived with her. And her husband was there. Even then, they were trusting God for the fruit of the womb. Thank God for them now. I lived with her. I enjoyed every bit of it. But nísìnyí, ìyàtọ̀ ti wà. Kí ni ìyàtọ̀ tó wà láyé ọjọ́ àti ìsìn? Láyé ọjọ́ náà, ara wọn tó ń ṣèkà, tí wọ́n ń ṣàtakò, tí wọ́n ń ṣèkà fọ́mọ. You know, it's such a sorry case. Now, another thing again I wanted us to talk about is the way you treat your own children. The way you treat, for example, some parents are naturally strict, very, very strict. Like that, my uncle, the wife was a very firm person, very strict, very, very neat, very, you know. And I will not be looking like, hey, I will be embarrassed. Where do I start from? Now, if it's the other way around, hello, good evening, welcome to the show.
This is Paul from the Advisors. I hope you're doing all okay today.
Okay, you got me at the wrong time. Can you call me back later? Thank you. So people, I just want us to, you know, look at it from both sides. You know, it could be good and it could be bad. Now, I should ask myself the question: can I allow family members to live with me? I have had family members that lived with me before. I have had, you know, like that auntie said, the auntie that called earlier. No. Sometimes some people are like that, and sometimes some people are not like that. I have seen where it is a member of the family that lived with the old woman that ended up taking care of the old woman more than our mom before around. I've seen it happen, and I've seen where people that live with people tó bá ti kúrò báyìí lóòótọ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí nǹkan tó ṣe sọ wọn ò ní bojú ẹ̀yìn gẹ́gẹ́ bí nǹkan tí mo sọ nǹkan tó kọjú sí ẹnìkan ẹ̀yìn òun ló kọ sẹ́lòmíì. Never say never, but most importantly, if I have my way, if I have my way, yeah, I would personally advise pé kọ́lọ́mọ tọ́mọ ẹ̀. If you are with me on that, let me see a thumbs up. Kọ́lọ́mọ tọ́mọ ẹ̀, kọ́lọ́mọ Elédùmarè ọba lọ́jọ́ òní kó má lé wa kúrò nídìí ẹrù wa o. Kó fún wa lórí ọ̀fẹ́ láti sin àwọn ọmọ wa kọjá igbó ẹ̀rù. Kó fún wa lórí ọ̀fẹ́ láti tọ́ àwọn ọmọ wa débi tẹ́rù ò ti ní bà wọ́n. Yorùbá bọ̀ wọ́n ní lójú olójú kò lè dàbí ojú ẹni. It's true. But nígbà míì náà àti irú ẹni tó jẹ́ pé ó ṣojú fúnyàn ju we've seen where parents abuse their children now. I know someone that's actually, her mom was so mean. Her mom was so mean to her. Her grandmother had to raise her. Her grandmother had to take her off the woman. We've seen cases of mothers that treat their children like Benipe. So it's not about who you live with or you don't live with. There are people that they will treat their own children nasty. And there are people that will treat their own children really nice. And then they will treat other people's children nasty. It's all about individual. It's all about who you are. It's all about whether you have the conscience or whether you have the mind of God or whether you have the fear of God. But it's all due to pay. Thank you those that are raising their thumbs up. Because I need to give pada. I don't know how many of us watch this show, Talk to Be. If you watch that show, you will be wondering, parents are doing it to their own children. It goes to show that it's not about we've seen parents that treated their children so bad that I will rescue them. Let us bear in mind that ó ní ẹ̀dá tó mọṣẹ́ òkùnkùn kó dákun máa máa dóṣùpá lóró torí èní la rí o yára bí ló mọ́la ó ní tó bá afẹ́fẹ́ láyé ó ní bìrì láyé ayé máa ń yí ni. The uncle that called earlier, he said something very important, that the child that live with you today, you don't know whether he's going to become a governor, whether he's going to become a president. And you will be like, I live with so many people. And today, when we see each other, we greet each other with open mind. We greet with each other with love, with joy. I didn't have any reason to curse or to regret or to do anything. Those people, if they call me once, I will answer them 5 times because they were not mean to me. And the same thing goes to me. So it all depends on individuals. Ore ni wọ́n ní Yorùbá sọ. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni Yorùbá sọ wípé àtòrí àtìkà ìkan ní gbé. Àdúrà ni pé ká má ṣoore ṣe. Àti lẹ́ni tó gbàyàn sílé tó jẹ́ ẹni tó gbà sílé gbogbo ló ṣokùnfà ikú ẹ̀. Àti lẹ́ni tó gbàyàn sílé tó pẹ́ tó gbà sílé náà òun náà ló ṣe lóore. Kọ́nà Olódùmarè kó má jẹ́ ká ṣoore ṣe. Ká má ṣàlejò gbà sílé, ká má ṣe ọmọ gbàtọ́. Ọmọ àgbàtọ́ tó máa dá wàhálà sí wa lọ́rùn ká má gbà. And we should always do things what you would not want others to do to you. Do not do it unto others. Thank you so much, everybody. It's been a very beautiful evening. Time is always so fast spent. We're going to quickly go to Abala Kinikinshi. But before we go, I'm just going to check if I have any other comment I haven't read. Somebody said comparison is of the devil. Yeah, you need to actually put it in mind that you have to have your spiritual antenna. You have to kind of, what do we call it now? Discernment of the spirits. Be able to tell. Tell me about my gba ẹni ìrora máa ṣoore fún wọn látòkèrè kò sí nǹkan tó rán ìgbẹ́ni wípé kọ́tà ọmọ yìí o ẹjọ́ mi fẹ́ kó wá sọ́dọ̀ yín kó lè máa lọ sí school máa fowó school ránṣẹ́ sí ẹ jẹ́ kó wà lọ́hùn. If God does not give you that grace, rather than bringing them over and cause trouble, you can help people from a distance. Ayé ti yàtọ̀ sí ti gbà yẹn. Kọ́lọ̀ kójọ kó má jẹ́ ká ṣoore ṣe. Then somebody said my own is make sure make a positive impact on the destiny God has connected to me, and He's still connected. Yes, make positive impact in a way that it will not impact your life in a negative way. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ ká ṣòro ṣe oore níwọ̀n ní ṣòro ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ náà dẹ̀ tún níre tún ní fi ọwọ́ wa ká fi wọ́n oore tó yẹ ká ṣe dànù gbogbo ẹ̀ lá pátápátá is about balance. God help us. I saw my Ayodele coming, but I've not heard anything from her. Hey, mommy. Okay, I'm just going to play a clip. For those of you that are joining us on this show for the first time, somebody said, only if people have conscience and knows tomorrow. Yes, Pebbles, you're right. If people have conscience and they know that tomorrow, we have to think about tomorrow, you know. Baba yes, so anything that you will do and you will not be able to beat your chest and say, I did well. We've seen people that want to feel genuine, talk about that, any bin la, then you want to share very no lọ́jọ́ tèmi. Especially ọmọ kékeré, ọmọdé ló ṣòro ṣẹ́jú. Ká ṣọ́ra. Even go cover your extended family, but our domestic workers, gatekeeper, you can be nice to people. And if you're also a domestic worker, you're working for people, you are vulnerable, you're living with people, don't feel gungi. Nǹkan tó jẹ́ ẹlòmíì tí orí ló jẹ́ kó sọ pé láyé wọn ò tún ṣerú ẹ̀ mọ́ kọ́nà kó jọ kó ṣàánú fún wa ká má ṣoore ṣe ká má dẹ̀ kó sí páńpẹ́ ayé. Now let's go to abala kíni kìí ṣe very very quickly. Look, I have two tonight. I'm going to play the first one very quickly and then I'll play the second one. I'll play the first one first. Now I want you to please pay attention to this. I want to please pay attention.
I'm not going here now. There's too much salt in the food. What is it? Are you trying to give my mom and I hypertension? Face me. I'm the one that prepared this meal. Yes, I did. And you know I barely use salt. I use all these local spices. I'm not going to give it for them. Is there any salt in this food?
No. You're a great cook, mommy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is delicious.
Oh, Jesus. This is so funny. Okay, guys. Did you get that? Did you get the gist of that clip? Did you get the gist of that clip? If you got the gist of that, can you please give it a thumbs up before I play the second one? Because we want to do two on this Abalaki Nikishi tonight. Yes. Did you get the clip? If you are following that, let me know. Can I have a thumbs up if you got this? It's still eating it. Anyways, let me quickly paraphrase what happened in that clip. It's a family, the mom, the mother-in-law, the mother of the husband and the wife. They were on the table eating and the man just suddenly shouted, what kind of food is this? This food is horrible. They want to kill me and my mommy. There's too much salt. There is this. And the mother-in-law was like, excuse me? That's the mother of the man who, the mother of the man said, if you want to complain about this food, face me because I made the food. I am the one that made the food. He now asked the wife, is there something wrong with the food? The wife said, mommy, there's nothing wrong with it. The food is great. And if she faced her son and said, I made this food and I barely use salt. And you're saying it is too salty. Then the next thing, the man started eating the food. It's so yummy, it's so delicious. And that goes to show that anything that the wife does, it's always, whether it is good or not, it's always an issue to the man. So now, what would you, if you are the woman, if you are the wife, what would you do? What would you have this woman do? And it's a clip from a movie. If you have time, you can watch the movie. I think it's called Vanity. It's a clip from a movie. And when I saw that, I just realized that no matter how good you are, no matter how good you are, if a man that will still find faults in what it's like a man that is always finding faults in everything you do. A man. Now let's look at Balakinikishi. What would you have? What would you do? No matter how much you try to please this man, he's always finding faults in everything you do. Even when that thing is perfect, he will look for a way of finding faults to it. What would you have that kind of woman do? Somebody that has been eating outside, Okay, maybe somebody said, imagine, So this man, he did not know that his mom came visiting, and his mom was the one that prepared the food. He even wanted to rub the mother in. He said, "Do you want to keep me and my mommy? You put too much salt in this food now. Do you want to keep me and my mommy?" And the mommy was like, "Excuse me, what are you complaining about? I made the food and I'm tasting the food. There's nothing wrong with it." And he was asking the wife, "Did you taste any too much?" So the woman said, "No. Mommy, you did a good job." And then suddenly the mother saying, it's yummy, it's nice. How do you handle a man that is always finding fault in everything you do? Any opportunity to kind of condemn you, any opportunity to pull you down, any opportunity to put the woman down, the man is looking for it. Even when the woman is doing a perfect one, how do you handle that kind of man? Somebody just keep praying and hand everything over to God. Shikena. Somebody, the man is a good person. I'm going to say the man is not a good person. I'm glad that the mother-in-law is great, because sometimes some mother-in-law, they connive with their children to humiliate the wife. But in this situation, the mother of the man was saying, "Excuse me, is everything wrong? Is everything okay with you? There's nothing wrong with this food, and why are you blaming this woman?" So when you have a woman, it's a very nice movie actually to watch. It's valid. And to me, I just realized that these are the things that some women are going through in their marriage. Women and some men are also going through it in their marriage. When the woman or the spouse is always finding faults, always attacking whatever you do, at one point you will lose your confidence. You will think there's something wrong with you. Sometimes you begin to wonder, why did I go wrong, and all of that. I just want to say to people that might be going through this out there that, look, you need to build your self-confidence. Once you know that you have done the right thing, don't let any man or any woman put you down. Insecurity, they make you feel insecure. They make you feel there's something wrong with you. Start checking, yes, I know. Thank you, man. She said she's trying to say that the man is not a good man. He's definitely not a good man. I love what Kemosi said. Kemosi said, Ika kind of man, Ika. That person is wicked. It's unfair. A lot of people have been reduced to their own shadows because of stuff like this. Look, I just want to say to you out there, if you're a woman or a man, a married woman or a man, and you're doing your best, you haven't done anything wrong. You're conscious. So tell except if your conscience is dead. If you know you have done your best and you know if any man or woman is trying to pull you down, please stand up, stand tall, and stay on top of your game, and don't let them drive you nuts. Don't let them drive you crazy. This is a typical of example of people that deliberately play on people's mind. They kind of torture you mentally. They will be twisting my finger brain in you. When they finger somebody's brain, when they kind of twist, you'll be wondering, go to the emotion now. Why is this person on and on like this? Do you understand? So if you are in that category, please, as a woman, personally, Yoruba's bo one any burumo. So tell any burubamo and to da no mama da. To bati mo da to ti sheto gege bi iyawo aboko. Irrespective of what that person is doing, maintain your lane and stay confident. And of course, like Mommy already said, pray and continue to pray. The marriage is finished. No love and no trust. Well, it could be, and also it could be that there's something else that is triggering it. And if you are a married man or a woman, and you cannot tell me what is wrong, one take it out on something on another way. You'll be fine, and one day I hope you wake up. Now let me play this last one very quickly.
Kept me away from my dad for 26 years. You know what kept me away from him? My mom told me that my dad said I was a mistake and kept me away from my father. Every time, this been looking for me since I was a kid.
Yeah.
He's been looking for me. I finally talked to my dad. He's a good dude. My mom told me my dad has not paid child support since I was a kid. I finally meet this. He has like envelopes full of shit proof showing he's been paying child support. My mom calls me. "What you doing, baby? What's going on?" "I'm at my dad's house." "What you doing?" "Oh, didn't I say don't shut 30 minutes?" My dad bust through the door and snatched the phone. I was trying to, no. He's like, "Hello?" "Put my son back on the phone." "No, it's my son too. What do you want?" "Put my son back on the phone." And my dad
Now, let's put a stop to that. Now, let me quickly narrate that to us. I don't know how many of us picked that up. This is a young man of 26 years old, and he said for 26 years, his mom kept him away from his dad. And he said, when I was pregnant with you, your dad said he doesn't want you. He doesn't want you. So because of that, I'm not going to let your father have access to you. And the woman kept the man away from his dad for 26 years until the guy was grown up enough to find his dad. And he found it. And guess what the guy was saying? My dad is a good dude. He's a good dude. He's a good guy. My mom has been lying to me all these years. Now, women, what would you do if you are the mother? What would you do? What would, when I saw that, I'm like, really? The woman, let's for the first start. Did the woman do anything wrong? Just, we only have, time is fast. Has the woman done anything wrong? The mother, by keeping the child away from the father for so long. So the woman now decided to keep the child away from the man for 26 years. Mothers out there, if we cannot finish this particular one today, I'll bring it back next week. It's something that is happening every single day among us. God forbid, if somebody have a man that doesn't want to be part of the child's life, or maybe say, I don't want the pregnancy, should you keep the child away from the father? Should you allow the man to be part of the child's life? According to the guy said, when I grew up and I'm 26 and I eventually found my dad said he has done everything to find me, but my mom has prevented him from seeing me. If a man impregnates a woman and said he doesn't want the pregnancy, is that a good enough reason for a woman to say, nope, you're not going to see this child ever, 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 ever? So please, people, what would you do? What would you have this woman do? And eventually this guy, from the way he's talking now, he hates his mom. He hates his mom for keeping him away from his dad for 26 years. We women, we need to learn. And of course, the guy now says something as well. He said, so just do you and you know him. Now, the guy said something. He said, the woman said he has never paid a penny to look after you. But the guy said when he grew up, he found out that the man actually been paying some things towards his upbringing. Somebody said, I bet she lied in the beginning. It could be someone is not saying the truth. Okay, that's true. But the thing is, now let's look at 2 points, 2 perspectives, because a lot of us women, we do ourselves. We are share our bottom and share anybody. Baba ni baba, mama je. Yeah, please let's learn to forgive. Children of nowadays will always look for their father. One thing again that I want to say, that's what I'm about to say. This thing could be both ways. It could be that the woman got so angry, and no woman would like it that you impregnate me. When we were doing the thing, we were in love, and then the pregnancy came. It is so common among men to quickly say, we didn't plan pregnancy. But when you were doing the thing, you did not, So one thing again I want to say to women out there is, if the man says they don't want the baby, I don't think that's a reason to not say the man would never. But we don't really know what transpired. It's difficult for us to be able to say exactly what happened with this short clip. But from what we can see, the guy in question is so angry with his mom. Why would you keep me away from my father for 26 years? He had to say for 26 years. Somebody said, just leave the child. His eyes will open, and his eyes will open last. It's very painful though. It can be very painful, especially if the woman is saying the truth. Now, somebody said I'll advise women and men not to use the children as punishment for their spouse. Leave it for the child to make the decision. I understand that as well. The mother should have let him discover by himself. Yeah, that's what he did. He discovered by himself. And that's why he's very angry. He discovered that he has a father because the woman has been keeping the man away, is keeping him away from the man. I don't know what he's saying to the child, but the bride is now 26 and he discovered by himself. let the children know the situation from younger age. That's the one I am. That's where I stand. A lot of time we hide things from the children. We prevent the children from knowing the situation of things. We say they are too young. Explain to the child, you have a father. Your father does exist. The only reason I'm not letting you see him is because of what he said when I was pregnant with you. He told me he doesn't want you, and I want to leave it at that. You know, let the child, and don't force the child. If the child also I want to see the father, let them see. And men, this habit of pregnancy will occur and will suddenly become a injury. The woman suddenly become irritable, so annoying, and you don't want to see the woman. It is sad. And as well, I would say women, be married. They can't fair you know. Although I know a situation where they were happily married. I know a situation where the man married the woman, Nishuloka. The moment you dey by, I feel be a part of that child's life. So sometimes it's not even about getting married or anything. This one is a very deep one. When I heard it, it was a mixed feeling here come fly here and there. What would the woman feel like? A child that I single-handedly raised for 26 years, now hating on me so much because you suddenly find a father that have never been part of your life. It's very painful. Then also, I felt the pain of the child as well. Maybe he's not been carried along. And also, I did not hear the father's part of the story. In other words, let us use this sense in doing things. Kíyà ọmọ méjì kó má bàa jòkú gbé. Èèyàn wa ó máa ń wọlé ní gbogbo ọ̀sẹ̀ tó ká jẹran pẹ́ lẹ́nu. Òfàànà fún kì í gbà fún wa. Ṣé ní gbogbo abala kí ni kì í ṣe ká máa ń gbé wá sórí ètò yìí? 99.9% of them are true life story. You know, people have called me and have said things to me that I come to read here. Sometimes I see things and I want to bring it, and it will happen to anybody. Or you may know someone that is happening to. Please let us know how to advise people. I know that woman must have had some bad advisors that will say, oh, but bafun, but you Ajo bin ajo ma toni. Mo je won naira lo mu wa le be part of it because at the end of the day, you know, baba me for. But it also depends on whether the man is danger to the child. It could be anything. It could be anything. We have to assess the situation very well. And one thing again, I always tell people, don't judge you. Don't be quick to say, we don't know what the man did to the woman. I don't know what the woman did to the man. Oh no, joke. Gbà fún wa ní ojú báyìí lórí ètò lẹ́yìn ẹ̀yìn ẹ̀yìn wa máa ń wọ̀nyí lọ́sọ̀ọ̀sẹ̀ pé ká jẹran pẹ́ lẹ́nu àmọ́ òun fa ọ̀nà fún kì í gbà fún wa àmọ́ kó tó di pé mo fi àdàgbà ètò yìí rọ̀ lẹ́yìn. I've said it before, for those of us that joined the show late, there's good news. The book, The Evolution of Nigerian Traditional Wedding, is some company have contacted us and they subsidized the price. Yay! They subsidized the price, they gave us some money and they said they really want this out there. Thanks to them. And please, they are now from on the book one like this, as in if you want to order like a book with paper one like this, you can order it on Amazon and 17 other book platforms. If you Google this book, The Evolution of Nigerian Traditional Weddings, if you Google it, it will give you all the platforms where you can order it. From $24.99, it is now $9.99. Yay! It's a good gift that you can give to newly married, and you can give as a gift to anybody as well. And also, you can order the Kindle one. It's now from $14.99. It is now $4.99. People, isn't that great? Great news, people. So if you know any new couple that you want to give this book to, they are now available on Amazon Prime and 17 other book platforms. I'm going to put more details on very, very soon. Hey, to all the babes. Hey, thank you. Aya Bams. Mo ṣe máa sọ ní ọ̀sẹ̀ọ̀sẹ̀ ó máa ń ní ká jẹran pẹ́ lẹ́nu àmọ́ ó farun fún kì í gbà fún wa tó bẹ́ẹ̀ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Yorùbá náà ni wọ́n pòwe ni wọ́n sọ wípé kì í dùn kó pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni kì í pọ̀ kó dùn. Wọ́n ní ṣókí báyìí òun lọ́bẹ̀ oge. Ibi la máa fi àdàgbà ètò yìí rọ̀ sí lénìí. Ó sì lọ́jọ́ mẹ́jọ lágbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run àmọ́ kó tó di pé ọjọ́ mẹ́jọ yìí dé èmi Olúwabùnmi aya Òṣìbẹ̀rù wọ́n sọ fún gbogbo wa lórí ètò yìí wípé ìlọ́lọ́ ni mo tún ti ń lọ yìí. Ogun ó lọ kò dé kò ní bá ní, ogun ó dé kò bá wọn kò ní jẹ́ tiyín. Ayọ̀, ìdùnnú àti àlàáfíà tí mo fi yín sí lọ́sẹ̀ yìí òun náà ni màá tún padà wá bá yín lọ́sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀ lágbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. Wọ́n á fàsìkò sọ fún gbogbo wa wípé láyọ̀ la ó máa pàdé o, mo ní láyọ̀ la ó máa pàdé o. Ẹ̀yin ò ní forí gún èmi ò ní fẹsẹ̀ kọ o, mọ́tò yòówù ká lè wọ̀ kó ní forí sọ̀gì o. Láyọ̀ la ó máa pàdé, láyọ̀ la ó máa pàdé o. See you guys next week by the special grace of God. Bye. God bless you. It's a traditional wedding. Traditional wedding. Kí lorúkọ ètò náà? Traditional wedding. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó kọ́ ni lọ́gbọ́n. Traditional wedding. Ṣé ti gbọ́? Ètò traditional wedding. Ó lọ rẹ́. Bí dem. Bí lọ rẹ̀. Ètò náà. Traditional wedding. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó kọ́ ni lọ́gbọ́n. Traditional wedding. Every Tuesday on Instagram, every Tuesday on Facebook, 6 p.m. UK time, every Tuesday on Facebook. Eto IGBEYAWO tó fún mi lóye. Best of traditional wedding. Eto IGBEYAWO tó fún mi lóye. Best of traditional wedding. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. See you next week by the special grace of God. God bless you. Bye. Thank you.